Hello everyone, and welcome back to another lovely episode of Dungeons & Nuts, the channel where we have high levels of knowledge and low levels... High levels of entertainment, low levels of intelligence.
Which of the things should I throw at Eli, guys?
Nothing.
Everything's true.
No.
I do say.
Dice!
Vortex warp.
Hold up a
I should get one of those, guys.
No!
Even better idea. I should get one of those little tiny crossbows and use it to
No,
shoot plastic
David.
spoons.
No.
I
I like my eyes.
would like
You
to
have
cast
glasses. Your eyes are safe.
displacement.
Gavin's the only one with problem. Wesley's the only one with potential danger to eyes.
You have to wear safety glasses from now on.
Yeah.
Once I get a crossbow and my box of plastic spoons.
So, anyways, aside from that mess, welcome back to Aventara. Today, wow, I'm so off my rocker right now. Welcome back to Dungeons & Nuts. Today we're playing Aventara. We are finishing part 1 of this last episode.
Finishing part 2?
We're beginning part 2.
This is part 2.
No,
We're
part
wrapping
one
up
is-
part 1.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
I misunderstood.
I'm
I also have low levels of intelligence sometimes, guys.
looking
despite
at
fact
the
that I make all
playlist,
the plans.
not at the script. This is also music from Critical Role. If you could hear it, they have great music that you can use in your own D&D sessions that they
Free
allow
with
for
credit.
free. So, Critical Role, thank you for letting us use your music in these sessions. Also, I see you guys. 90% of you are not subscribed on YouTube. Please subscribe. We'd love it. We do more friends.
This is a threat.
No,
I will find you.
Gavin's threatening, I'm just begging.
Subscribe.
If you don't subscribe, I will find you. And I will click
There you go.
Hacks into YouTube accounts just to subscribe.
just to do that.
I will get a CS degree just so I can hack.
I'm
Make sure
getting a
that you
CS
are
degree and I
subscribed.
still don't know how to hack yet.
So, if you don't want any of us to get a CS degree to hack into your computer, please subscribe on YouTube to see all of our content. Also, if you're listening on Spotify, get the notification button so you know when an episode drops. And check us out on YouTube so you can see Gavin holding a back scratcher menacingly.
And breaking said back scratcher immediately after.
The second one broken!
And it's always the
Give it to
person
me and I'll
sitting in
fix
that
it.
chair.
Yeah. Was it
Yeah, but let me
Reggie?
see it.
Yeah. Reggie goes, and it just shot out of it.
So what I'm hearing is we should not go like this.
Wait!
Please. They were like $1.50 at Walmart.
That's a lot cheaper than most of the things Eli buys.
It is.
That's very true.
But we'll get into today's episode starting now.
All right. So yeah, last time we had some fun conversations with Eliza's dad, Mr. Rosemary. He's a very chill guy. A little boring, but very chill.
I mean,
And then you guys ran into a random person.
Wait, I got accepted onto the crew. I'm part of the crew.
More, so kind of. We'll see.
I don't know about the last thing.
Shoot.
He almost got got accepted onto the crew, and then they got attacked randomly, and he killed a dude. And now Flynn is not so sure about that. Also, there was an invisible thing that started carrying away Duger.
There's a dragon.
They're fairly certain it was a dragon,
Fairly sure.
which could be. But yeah.
Talk too much.
And so yeah, we are now behind a wall of ice, discussing things and not running.
Duger,
Yes?
sword's still here, right?
What?
The sword, it's searching. It's
Still
here in the
here,
room.
right?
Sword is still here.
Yes, it is still here.
Just gonna cast dancing lights near the sword. Okay, it's the real sword. You can't take any precautions.
I think what he meant is you can't take any chances that you need to take all precautions and then just mixed up the two of them.
That sword just consumed your little lights.
Yeah, yeah, we were getting to the whole thing of like what's going on.
The sword is hangry.
Always. It eats magic, and if it doesn't get fed magic, it will destroy maybe the material plane and more.
So
We're trying to get it destroyed. At least I am personally. I don't know how to do that.
I think we have to use it. We have to use it to defend something first, though.
I personally think it's an abomination to all things magic.
Interesting. I'm gonna go touch it.
No!
Make me a... Well, he doesn't cast spells. We're going to do intelligence because you're a rogue, and if you could cast spells, that would be your spellcasting modifier. Make me an intelligence saving throw.
30-20.
30-20? All right, cool. You only take half damage. Where are my d8s?
Like you're touching
However,
Why-
you
why
have
would
no
this
spell
character
slots
touch it?
available to drain, so you have vulnerability to this damage.
No! Why would this character touch this
Take
sword?
5 necrotic damage. That is already halved and then doubled again.
Okay, cool. I just take my hand back.
Yeah. Best advice not to touch it unless you have
You feel
leaves.
a distinct sense of disconnection, which fades a little bit, but not quickly.
Disconnection. Okay.
You don't know why, but it feels wrong. Something is very wrong inside of you.
I
now.
wouldn't touch that. Last person that did got sucked inside of it.
Oh, so it's not just magic then.
I said it eats people too.
Just curious.
Well, don't.
I don't think I would touch it again. So how are we gonna
As
move
they
it though?
say, curiosity killed the boar.
Satisfaction brought it back, though. That's the full saying. Curiosity killed the bull, but
Okay.
satisfaction brought it back.
Finn just is going to pop up on your shoulders like telepathically say, pretty sure I heard it as the pixie, not the boar. Pixies are very curious.
I've heard it. Curiosity kills the cat, but I went with his saying.
But cats aren't particularly curious. Why would you say
yeah.
that one? Boars aren't either. That's a little bit of a weird one. That's not important. I'll think about it later. This is a good, I like these word plays. These are fun word plays.
Uh-oh. We have given him ideas. This is not good.
So what are we going to do then?
Well,
Run?
yeah. We're quite good at that right now.
And who's gonna carry the sword?
There's
I will.
still ropes tied to it.
Yeah, I just look at Duger, I'm like,
I can grab the sheath, because remember, we made a sheath made of wood.
Yes.
So I can grab that. But the pirate didn't know that.
Nope. Pirate ain't taking any chances.
I'm going to grab the sword and say, we need to go now.
I'm gonna loot the pirate real quick, see if there's anything useful on him.
All right. Roll me an investigation check.
Kill, loot,
Dirt.
repeat.
Not 20 plus 4.
Nat 20 plus 4. All right, you find a lot of things.
Cool.
So, first off, you find on his finger, you find a ring with a dragon skull on it. It's made out of silver, the depiction of the dragon skull. It's made out of silver. Looks like it could be valuable. You find in his belt pouch an amount of coins totaling up to 5 gold pieces. He didn't seem to be carrying very much on him when he came to raid you guys. He was wielding a rapier. And
Is it just a normal rapier?
yep, just a normal rapier. And he, let's see, what else is he carrying? I have a stat block for this guy. What else does he have?
while he's searching, I'm just gonna talk off to Duger, like,
Very nice looking boots.
hey, Duger, what? You saw the way he killed that guy?
I did, yes.
He looks like he's. Again, I haven't noticed, but I don't typically kill.
Yes.
Do they look like they're magical or something sort of way?
This is all I
They
can say.
look like they're
He
made
was a
out of
red
dragon
vampire.
wing leather.
A lot of people have considerable...
Maybe they're magical, but maybe they're just really fancy.
What color?
I still have detect magic
How do
up.
I know what color these boots are?
I'm checking something. Copper.
Copper.
Good as new.
Copper color? I'm gonna take them and just put them in my bag for now.
I'm not looking at him. I'm actually talking with Duger about him. So he seems like
Finn is joining you in the looting.
he looks like he's an experienced
You find
killer.
anything, buddy?
Holds up a gold earring.
He's...
You can keep that one.
Puts it in, just ties a little rope of hair around it on his ear so he can actually hold it. Just
experienced
just like
killer, but
dangling
that's not
precariously.
necessarily a bad thing.
It's not, but he was very willing and quick about it. I don't.
You kind of see me stand up and
Oh,
dust
also
off my
within
pants.
inside of there are two very particular silver coins inside of that coin pouch, which you recognize as not just being coins. They look like coins, but they're not just coins.
As what?
Are they the
They're the tokens.
tokens?
If you read the document I gave you about it,
Are they?
go down to the Red Fang section and you can get a review on what those tokens are.
Cool.
I don't know.
For
Keep
now,
a
we'll
close
take
eye
them
on
until
him.
I figure out what they were.
We need to keep an eye on my memory.
Let's head up to Mr. B. Keep our eyes open for any sort of
attacks.
thing from anywhere.
Also,
Do you have? Do you like look? Do you have mucus on you? Excuse me.
I don't know. I think I was in something's mouth.
That's disgusting.
I know. I'm not particularly happy about it.
What did it feel like?
Weird. Not good.
But like particulars, so we can maybe figure out what got you.
There was something sharp and very pokey.
Okay.
Was there lots of things that were sharp and pokey?
There were lots of pointy things.
There were
holding
lots
on
of
to
sharp
us.
and pointy things.
David,
It
can
was
I
wet
destroy
on
these
top.
By, like, just stomping on them, or are they just like?
And
I
it
mean,
felt like I
stomping on
was
them, no.
flying.
Hit them with a hammer, sure.
okay.
And
They're made
I
out of
tried to
metal, but
whack
the
it a
enchantment
couple of
doesn't
times
focus
with my
there.
warhammer, and it just
I'm
kind of
gonna just
like
take
bounced
these
off.
2 coins and just like put them in the mouth of the orc and just close it, and then get up.
Okay.
You're not going to keep one of them. The useful one.
It's a useful one.
Read the full document, buddy. That's
You said they were just.
okay. So
Are you currently looking
some
at it?
kind of
Yeah.
creature that
I am reading this.
can fly
Mm-hmm.
and held you by the mouth
Mm-hmm.
and is very pokey.
Well, yeah.
Yes.
Those are helpful.
It sounds like a
But
dragon.
then they
if
could-
I
It
have to be
probably
honest.
was a dragon.
That one does that.
Oh.
There are also a lot of dragons here.
Mm-hmm.
I'll take the feathered token.
It could have been a wyvern, possibly.
Maybe
If
lesser
it was
dragon.
with a red fang pirate, which I believe they're well known for riding dragons.
no, they don't.
Never mind.
They're affiliated with dragons, but they don't typically ride them.
Ah, makes sense.
You had only heard legends of people riding dragons, and you thought that they were nothing more
Yeah.
than like legends.
So it's like, no, people don't ride dragons. People are insane if they ride dragons.
I do
Sane
put,
people
I do
don't
put
do
the
that.
other one in. Okay.
So yeah, no, people don't ride dragons. People don't ride dragons.
There are people in the Northern Isles. Anyway, not the time to have this conversation.
No.
We're running from what we assume to be either a wyvern or a dragon, or a dragon owl, or whatever it might be. We're running. Let's go.
Let's get up to Mr. B, get supplies.
Mr. B didn't tell us where to meet. Shucks.
I'm assuming this similar place of where he's already holed up.
We don't know.
Brain knowledge, kick in. He has like an office here, doesn't he?
Maybe. You've never met him at the office before.
We'll just go to his ship. It's the large.
We can
Aventara
ask
one.
Mr. Rosewell?
Rosemary?
Rosemary.
Mr. Rosemary doesn't know Mr. B. Just Eliza.
Dang it.
By the way, just one thing I pointed out earlier, but I just want to make sure you remember. Mr. Rosemary and Eliza look nothing alike.
Yeah, I was gonna also like. He has a very thick accent, and she doesn't. That doesn't seem right.
Something. One of these things is not like the other.
So where are we going?
Shoot, what do we do? We need to get to Mr. B somehow. We can receive protection probably from him, from whatever's out there. Can you dispel magic?
No, not yet. Not really good on that. Kind of working on that stuff.
Dang it. Useless.
Useless.
Wow!
I just saved you from whatever.
Should have let me go.
Wow!
Maybe I will next time.
I'm going
Oh,
to
dear.
just say, I think I know what I can do. I'm going to cast invisibility on myself,
Alrighty.
and I'm going to try and sneak out the back door and try and go find Mr. B.
Alright, cool. So, one issue though. As you are trying to do this, the sword that you're carrying refuses to turn invisible. Everything else that you're carrying and yourself turn invisible, but the sword refuses.
Here, you take this.
It
Clangs to the ground.
Yeah, it's just no.
Finn just goes over and like starts trying to lug it by the wooden sheath and just like making it move an inch at a time.
Don't touch it, buddy. We're not strong enough.
I'm just gonna say, keep an eye on it and make sure it doesn't go haywire again. You can't see me pointing at him, and then I'm going to try and sneak out.
Take
All right.
Finn with you.
Okay, I'll take Finn with me.
Don't
Finn,
steal anything, you two.
But stay hidden, Finn. I can't get caught.
So you're criminals, huh?
No, just my monkey has a knack for stealing things.
Oh, you're a criminal. He just has a bad habit.
Yeah, he kind of does. Again, I didn't really choose the crew. The crew chose
I'm
me.
gonna go pick up
Finn doesn't actually know the word.
I'm gonna go pick up the sword by the wooden sheath and just like, I guess I'll hold on to this for you. Just kind of keep it in my hand.
We should probably relocate to downstairs since, like, the ice is melting.
They're just downstairs. We probably need to relocate to a different building.
Probably.
Take
All
the
right.
lead.
As you guys are discussing this, you hear from downstairs. Flynn, what has happened here?
Now does he?
I'm gone.
That's
I'm
what
down.
Now does
Down to
Flynn?
Duger. Okay, so
jump out the
Duger, you
window
are
again?
sneaking out the back.
Yes.
You easily are able to get out the door. Let me out. It's still early morning, so there's not too much going on. But guards are starting to, like, as you walk out, you see that guards are starting to rush in this direction. You're able to avoid bumping into them most of the way. Where are you going?
I'm just trying to get away from this area, and then I'm gonna ask someone, "Hey, do you know who Mr. B is?" And like try and like find out if anyone knows who he is and
Aren't you
where
invisible?
he might be at. What?
Aren't you invisible?
I am, but I'm going to drop invisibility once I get like 4 or 5 blocks away.
Fair enough. Okay, so you get a little ways off, drop invisibility, start talking to random people. Roll me an investigation check.
I'm okay at investigation. Natural 20.
Alrighty.
25.
Like, the third person you talk to is like, oh yes, I'm actually one of the construction workers that's been helping make some upgrades on his ship. I think that he was planning on going to be down there in roughly an hour or so. I believe until then he was going to be going and accessing some of his personal holdings up at the bank near the top, near the Citadel up top.
How far away is the Citadel?
That's just where the Dragon Room lives, that like you've been there before.
Okay. He said in about an hour, though.
That Mr. B will be at the docks. Until then, he's planning on being around the bank.
Well, I'm gonna say thank you, and I'm going to try and run up to the bank before he leaves for the docks. Then.
All right, you run up to the bank. You can get there pretty easily. Mr. B is sitting in a very comfortable-looking chair, reading what looks like a newspaper, but it's covered in like random magic circles, and appears to actually be like a research paper on on certain types of magical art, like artifice and inscribing magic circles, like like forging metal into magic circles and things like that.
No.
Looks fascinating to you, like, but that's what he's looking at right now. He's just sitting there and totally engrossed in it as you just like come clanking over in your armor and helmet.
Mr. B.
Yes, Duger folds it up. How can I help you?
We got attacked this morning by Red Fang pirates in the city.
You don't.
The pirates got into the city.
There was just one, and then something.
Me and him
He's gonna
talked
kind of
about
like
it.
take a little bit of the not dried slide. Something
wow.
grabbed me. I don't know what it was. It was invisible, but
Takes your hand, looks over, like wipes off a little bit of it, just like looks over at like it, sniffs it, just like gives it a very like wafts a tiny bit over to give it a sniff. It's like dragon saliva is not pleasant to be covered in. I apologize for that.
it's okay. I'm not looking forward to cleaning my armor.
Which dragon attacked you? There's only a few in the city that could have snuck. That like unless somehow a rogue dragon snuck in, which I find very hard to believe. There's only a couple of options.
It was invisible. We don't know.
Visible. There shouldn't. And in that case, it must have an accomplice, unless it's This really did sneak in.
There was some source of illusion magic that was making sure that it was staying hidden, and we tried to destroy the source, but I fired, an arrow at it, and it just glanced off. So I'm not really positive about what,
Odd. One moment. Fred, come over here. And he calls over, and just like a little halfling guy comes over. This guy's apparently named Fred. He's gonna whisper and like just like give him some quick instructions to like find out what some following list of dragon names we're doing this morning. And Fred runs off, and he'll come back in about half an hour, and we'll be able to get some information. Perhaps we could figure out which of the dragons in the city could have done it, or, as I'm beginning to suspect, whether or not there's an intruder that managed to sneak past the defenses.
My friends are still there, and they might be still under attack. I kind of had to sneak away to get here.
Well, then I suppose we need to get them out. He stands up and just like shouts over, Fred, after you're done doing that, come over and be ready to receive the items that I have requested. Let us get going.
I agree. One thing that I must kind of put out there, it is possible that Tyrannos still has an Emerald Dragon.
Did perchance you take psychic damage in your confrontation with it?
Yes.
Yes, we did.
That would make it an Emerald Dragon then.
We also fought a woman by the name of Esmeralda. And, and she was, I think, the one that dealt psychic damage to us, if I remember. No.
Excuse me, what?
No, never mind.
David, am now confused by what you're saying.
No. Never mind. I was thinking, back to...
Esmeralda herself did no damage to you, other than shooting a crossbow.
Yes, I remember now.
I'm trying to fly.
I was trying to remember. No. Yes, we're good. Never mind. Ignore what I just said.
Ignored.
That would indeed... Psychic damage would indeed suggest an Emerald Dragon attack to you, which shouldn't be none of in the city. Well, this is a problem. But for the moment, let's get you and your friends to safety. He's going to just like start marching down the road with you. Has you guide him to where they all are. Mr. B is going to just burst in through the back door of this place where you guys are at. Are you guys at that same place, or did you go somewhere else?
Well, Eliza started yelling at
Okay,
me, so
yeah,
we
going back. So,
she yells at me.
Eliza Eliza walks up here and like sees the ice and is like, "Explain."
So you know how we came here with a sword? This sword?
Yes.
I hold it up.
It tracks. People are hunting and wanting it, and someone broke in to the room and tried to steal the sword.
Oh dear, I'm so sorry. Is there anything? Are you hurt? But she immediately starts like looking over you.
You see me raise my eyebrows and look at him like.
Mentally, he's like, I dodged a bullet. Okay, we're fine. He's like,
oh, don't worry. She's just making sure you're okay, just so she can kill you later.
yeah. It's like, no.
Only I'm allowed to kill you.
Only I can kill you. Okay, sweetheart. No, we're mostly fine. Duger almost got taken away by something.
I step in front of the body so she can't see the dead earth behind us. Or
yeah, I would have positioned her away so she doesn't see it. Like, you're not gonna see dead body. Face this way, please.
Headless dead body.
All right, you managed to maneuver her as she's like looking over you, just making sure that there are no injuries. And it's like, oh, okay, here, come with me. Like she leads you down the stairs
like,
and
gonna
goes
grab the sword and by the scabbard. And like, okay, not leaving this alone with nobody, especially with a man I just barely met.
oh,
you two, come. Like leads you guys downstairs. Goes over to just like a shelf that's holding that has all sorts of like random bottles and things like that. Grabs one of them, pulls on it, and it turns out to be a lever.
When did you install this?
Oh, this has been here for a long time.
Why didn't I hear about it?
Because you don't come over to this place very often. I would have shown it to you eventually, but you haven't ever given me the chance. a trapdoor underneath goes and like
Bad
exposes
boyfriend.
it go down there.
I've
and just,
been dead for like a year, so excuse me.
set like and leads to an underground tunnel.
I look at you.
I love you so much. This just made. What is this whole thing you have here?
I found it when me and my father came to site though. I was looking for a place for that we could possibly set up our new shop, and I found a building with a built-in secret tunnel. Like, of course we're choosing this spot. Also, it's really nice to keep the drinks cold. Makes a very nice cellar down here.
That's where he keeps my special drink. Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh, that makes sense now.
Like here, come on down. She just hops into the hole and just like falls like 10 feet and then lands.
Okay.
Tap on your chest and I just jump in there.
Why did you hit me?
All right, so you guys pull up in this
I hate your
place.
character. Bring this right, man. This guy hate.
Hello? Finn?
Finn came with you.
I know, Finn came with me, but he can communicate with Flynn. So I was like, Finn? Find Flynn, please.
And starts sniffing around like a dog. It's like, but actually he's like he puts on this act, but he is indeed. Where'd you guys go?
Behind the bar, third shelf, the heavy rum bottle. Pull it.
Okay, he just like goes along, like crawling on the ground, acting like a dog, like sniffing around. Jumps up, yanks on the bottle.
He just falls. It was the wrong bottle.
Actually, that does. Yes, he grabs the
Sorry.
bottle, falls.
My bad. Wrong bottle. Wrong bottle. It was not the rum. It was the wine.
Because nobody drinks wine.
Takes a little tiny shiny piece of glass and like puts it into a little pocket he has because it's shiny. Jumps up, grabs
Mother
the correct
senses are
bottle,
kicking in.
yanks that one. All right, and now there's a trap. You see the trap door.
Oh, interesting. Why did they go here?
We don't ask questions.
I was not aware that there were secret tunnels under the city.
I was not aware either.
Well, is the monkey sure that they're in here? Finn just is going to like do a little pointer dog position, like.
Yes, I believe he is absolutely positive.
Fooling everyone to think
And
he's
the
a good
monkey
hound.
is trustworthy. Kind of.
On a good day.
Just watch
Gives
your
big
coin
thumbs up.
first.
Puts other hand behind back.
You should probably make sure he didn't steal anything from you. He's got sticky fingers.
He does.
All right, so you guys follow them down the tunnel. The tunnel, it turns out, leads to another building down by the docks, which is where you guys are at, I assume, if you follow the lies all the way down.
Yeah.
How convenient.
It's like, so this leads all the. Is this where you like just get yourself? I don't understand this. How often do you use this tunnel?
Pretty often.
Are there more tunnel systems down here?
Maybe. I found only one other so far, but
Where?
Does it connect to like other places?
maybe. I haven't investigated it a whole lot.
When I come back, we're investigating this tunnel system thing.
All right.
You just see me like smirked looking at him with crossed arms.
A dad look.
Okay,
A dad.
what about
The
Corellis?
look that a dad gives when he sees his son flirting with a girl.
That's it. I'm just looking at you.
Flynn and Eliza's
your
next date. Investigate all of the tunnels underneath this city.
That
romantic.
actually sounds like a bomb date.
It does sound like a banging time. No! No! No!
I love that I got skipped.
He did not point at David. He pointed at the camera.
Point at the camera and these two hooligans. Don't even worry about that.
I don't even know what he's talking about right now.
It's okay, David. Don't worry.
Alrighty.
That's what the summer was for.
So, yeah. You guys are now gathered together in this place. Mr. B pops out of the tunnel. His, but brushes the dust off of his suit and, pulls himself out and is like, so, I heard you got attacked today.
Yeah, dude, you filled him in?
I filled them in. Yes, I did.
Yeah, we got attacked by Red Fang Pirate. and possibly a dragon. Chance it could have been the same one Tyrannos has. So,
Based off of the description given to me by Duger and the fact that it somehow managed to cause you mental harm through its breath weapon, presumably it was the breath weapon, it would indeed seem to be an emerald dragon. Whether is that associated with Tyrannos is questionable, but who knows?
well, if our theory is correct, it very much is associated with Tyrannos. We need a way to figure out how to find the dragon when it's invisible, and how to tell if it's a person or a dragon. We need to be able to decipher real from illusion.
Well, deciphering truth from illusion is not too difficult. All you need to do is attempt to detect its thoughts or detect its magic. And if it has if it's covered in illusion magic, it's false. If it has no thoughts of its own, it's false. The problem happens when you start getting false responses to that. There are spells that can falsely make things appear non-magical or magical. There are also spells that can make you immune to divination magic in general, which would cause something to appear that they do not exist, both of which could give possible false positives or negatives, but those are the most reliable methods. And of course, true sight, but that is exceptionally difficult.
Beyond my expertise.
Beyond mine as well.
Well, just gotta trust our guts, I guess, then. Yeah, we're trying to find you. Someone named Venora?
No.
Verona?
Venora is still on Elistine, I can promise you that.
Yeah, no, gave me a little bit of a heart attack when she told me her name. Not gonna lie to you.
Yes, and who is this Verona person?
A messenger that you
Yeah,
said.
messenger. She said
I didn't
you
say
had
messenger. If I were to look for you, I'd come for myself. Why would I deprive myself of the opportunity to enjoy your entertaining behavior?
Flynn and I just looked at each other.
Yeah, that's all we need is just... Yeah. I knew something was a little... Yeah, she said you were looking for us, but never told us where. And now we're here. So there's a high chance that she was part of that attack. How did she run into here? You met her.
Well, I was sleeping at the bar, and then I woke up, and I saw this pretty lady right in front of me.
And what did she ask or say, or what did
Actually, she
do?
looked exceptionally plain.
I know, I'm just saying, in general. I also rolled
He's just a kind person.
He's just a nice guy.
Yeah.
She was dressed completely normal. She looked totally average.
a
Everything
wench.
about her,
She
the
had
most
no
normal
weapons.
person possible.
No spell book. She didn't appear to have any markings. She didn't appear to be wearing any rings or anything magical.
She was a human.
She just was human. I don't know.
I mean, that doesn't... Does that fit of anyone that works for you?
No. In fact, I've never heard of anyone who seems so ununique.
It was this guy's self.
Basic.
Oh, no. It's very easy to create. He's going to literally just cast disguise self on himself and be like, it's so easy to make yourself look like somebody else. He's gonna make himself look like just some random dwarf, and it like just plain features and like nothing. And it's just like it's easy enough to do.
It's a basic spell.
We got duped, and it's a basic spell. It's literally first level.
It's one of the first things. I didn't pay attention much when they were teaching illusions, but it's fine. So now we know that they will dupe us.
I'm just gonna point out one thing. The reason that Verona was the name I wrote down, it basically means like I just chose the Latin root for green.
For greed?
Green.
Oh, green. You and your names. First
I
Esmeralda,
spent forever
now
looking.
Verona.
I went forever looking for a name. You guys didn't realize that there must be something to a name if I'm looking for what it was.
I don't know Latin, so.
It was more based off of Spanish anyway.
I don't know Spanish.
Verde.
Verde. Ah, dang it! I should.
Had you said verde, I would have been like, I know that word.
Exactly. That's why I didn't say verde. Can't make it that obvious. Yeah, it was a complete accident that it ended up being so similar to Verona.
That's why it
different.
That's why it flew
different reason
over
I
us
chose
because
it.
we were more focused on the fact like it's Verona, Venora. Oh crap! Versus it's the dragon.
Venora would never choose such a similar name to herself for her alias.
She's smarter than that.
She's smarter than that.
She almost brought down Elistine on her own. Like, she's smart. She's not gonna do anything that dumb. I might, but
So okay, now give us a second, Mr. B. Corliss, you guys have similar interests. Me and Duke are just gonna take a little sidebar here.
Oh, okay.
all right. He's going to like take you. Like, Arl, is Eliza go? What do you want? Eliza's gonna stick around unless you ask her to leave, also.
I guess my better judgment. Yeah, she'll stick around with me.
All right, cool. Mr. B is going to bring you over to the side. He's like, we could talk, or you could listen to what they have to say. Which would you prefer?
I like the listening part.
He pulls out a little box and like so that he will hear everything that you two say.
Yes. I like this idea.
How can I'm just try to be as quiet as possible, knowing that they're listening now. How can,
He's not saying. He's saying that very quietly. So you'll cast message to say that.
How do we know that this is Mr. B and that is Corliss, and we're not getting duped right now?
Message. Fair enough. How do they decide? That's a very good
was at
question
the
for him
bank.
to ask.
Withdrawing from his account, and he was also reading a newspaper on what seemed to be very, very fascinating magic circle designs and things like that.
Oh,
I'm
someone's
pretty
making
sure it's
something
Mr. B.
Someone's making an improved version of a stove by using the heat metal on a metal surface. Direct convection. It's wonderful.
Okay.
Also through message.
You just
So then so for sure that could be him. We don't know anything about Corliss though.
Mr. B seems to trust him.
I just raised my
Or
eyebrows
trust
at
his
him.
judgment.
He also trusts just a bunch of random strangers.
We aren't just random strangers. We were people that he saw in the prophecy.
That is true.
Whoa.
Prophecies is a loose term.
It was divination magic. Extremely complex divination magic. I trust it.
There is some error in divination magic.
There's some error in everything, but so
exactly.
far,
That's why prophecies can't be real. There's too much error for it to actually happen to be real.
everything that he's talked about has happened.
We'll discuss about that another time. But that affects his illusions, and if we can trust them.
I mean, I think so.
We gotta find a system or some way to figure out who's who. Something only we would know to tell if that's the real person or someone duping us.
This is a very good point. We could have some code word, code phrase, possibly.
Eliza's going to now chirp and he's like, I'm not sure if that would work either. There's ways to break into people's minds and learn those sorts of things. It's also a first level spell.
Very true.
Oh.
What if we made cool rings?
They could steal.
I like
that
rings. She
image.
holds up her hands, which are just covered in jewelry.
Oh, I bought you some of those ones.
You bought almost all of these.
Yeah, that's true.
This was her last boyfriend that bought the other one.
Yeah, the last one bought that one on the thumb. I'm like, it'd be a shame if we went missing one of these nights. Oh no, it's gone. Finn, what happened? What did you do? Don't steal that ring, Finn. Oh no. Still jealous over the last ex.
You never met her last ex.
Nope.
You have no idea what happened to him.
Neither should she.
You showed out that?
She's mine. After that, he turned a new leaf.
What do you suggest?
I don't know. We'll figure it out on the sea. Get something down figure it out, how we know who's who.
Makes sense. We can do that.
I'm gonna keep a close eye.
I can think, Mr. B's to you. I can actually think of a way that they could possibly do it.
Well,
I lean in a little closer.
I think we finished. We're just figuring out that we do need some supplies, and while you are here, might need to restock and head off towards the Northern Isle. We think the dwarves out there might have some answers, and
Dwarves in the Northern Isles.
Specifically, Dwergar.
Huh.
We found some old records, and we believe that they might be out there. I believe.
I know little of dwarves, so I could not say much, but...
Oh, crap, what was the name?
did you write it down?
There's Dorgon, Renderful, Wolfrain?
Wolfrir.
Wolfrir. I can't remember the freaking important one.
Styles?
What style?
Is that really the... Oh, yeah, Style. That's what it would be. Kron Style. And Kron Style, which is...
You almost got all of them. The last one that you didn't mention was Orsorder, and you haven't interacted with them at all.
Maybe you should take down notes. Probably. Clan Kron Style has been the clan name for the Dwergar for a very, very long time. And I found it in records talking about the Northern Isle. And then I mentioned it once when we were close to the Northern Isles, and it about got me beheaded. Apparently they're very special, so I no clue.
I have heard of the Thron style of the Northern Isles. I did not know that they were dwarves, nor have I ever interacted with any of their members. Honestly, the people that live there are very secretive about them.
Yes, I have noticed. Wolf. What was it?
Wolfrir?
Wolfrir. Sorry.
In addition, have you come up with any ideas on how you might be able to identify yourselves? It is a very important concern to avoid being fooled by illusion magic, or transmutation as well, which could be even more difficult to discover.
We haven't thought of a solution yet.
Might I offer one suggestion then?
I'm all ears.
Do you still have those crystals that I gave you?
Yes.
Could you pull out yours?
I pull mine out.
It pulses its vibration quietly as you hold it. He reaches out and touches it, like, I can feel it vibrating now. Now pass it to your friend. You feel no vibration. He taps it, and like, there's nothing.
I guess.
We can use these crystals and take it back and put it.
Attempting to fool these is virtually impossible as far as I could tell. I don't think that anyone could attempt to imitate it, and it is a magical artifact. It should be immune to most modification by magic, so attempting to make it vibrate through the use of another spell should also be impossible.
Interesting.
You just see my guy like leaned back with his arms crossed.
The fractions of the stone are a long story. I'll let them tell you about it. But
It's a very long story. Like, I'm gonna get closer to Duger. Duger, I want to test something real quick. Just gonna pull out like a little dagger and just give me your hand. Just make a small little, to just get a drop of blood. I want to put on the crystal and see if it still pulses.
I'll have her drop blood.
All right, sounds good. They couldn't use any blood or anything to. I just wanted to see if they could try to take any blood or
you
something
could
to
also
trade.
have done that with your own stone.
I don't have my own stone. I have Duger. Duger has his out actively.
You have a lot of faith in your captain. Good sir. Interesting.
Finn goes,
Thank you. Thank you
You as
Finn.
well.
Duger knows I will almost never I will not try to kill. I'd much rather defend.
as Finn does it, he smacks himself in the face in the earring that he stole earlier, just like goes flying. He's like, shoot, like chasing
Hey!
after it.
Finn! I said no stealing.
I actually.
He telepathically, the guy was dead!
That doesn't help. You can't just.
You've taken things off of dead people before.
We don't talk about that.
The sword, like your sword was from a dead person.
He gave it to me!
Still a dead person.
He gifted it to me.
You could just see Eli, Flynn's face, just.
It's just like the gestures
What's
of
the
like,
difference? People
There's a
give me
huge
things all the
difference.
time without telling me specifically that I can have it.
that's stealing. They don't tell you can have it, you just take it from them.
Exactly, they won't tell me, but I still give it to me.
We're not having this discussion with you right now. I'm just gonna like swipe and put him back in his plate.
But you swipe as he's tying it back with more hair strands.
That have a conversation, but he's so animated with
monkey.
it. He's just gonna be like extremely animated. Like, is he talking to his monkey? Yes, I am.
Eliza's just gonna whisper over to you. I like watching it when he talks with Finn. It does not go well very often. It's hilarious.
That's the monkey's name. Okay.
It's a little confusing. I just put an L in it, and then it's his name. But like, I don't know why I chose that, but it is.
Interesting.
I don't think he's very creative.
Oh, he's extremely creative in many ways.
from the guy that's
He has
made a few
theories on the
spells?
arcane theory. He's invented some fascinating spells.
Very interesting.
So what are we gonna do now?
I have like a whole book of just spells I'm working on.
We need to figure out how to mask this weave render first. That's what we need to do, so we don't get tracked again.
Do what?
I'm gonna like go near it. I don't like doing this, and I'm gonna try to feed it a 4th level spell slot.
All right, because you're willingly putting it in, you do not take any damage, nor do you have to make a saving throw. But you can indeed easily put it in a 4th level spell slot.
Just, I think that should keep it from acting up for a little bit. Not entirely too sure, but I think if we keep feeding it some magic on a daily basis, should keep it from going wild.
I am going to use my last casting of Detect Magic and just see if it is still sucking magic out of the air.
There is no magic in the area whatsoever. Mr. B has tons of magic, but in various places around on his person. But yeah,
Nah, that's
he
not-
himself radiates no magic, but he has all sorts of magic items on his person, just like you.
Yes. Ah! The sword! It's still sucking the magic out of the air.
Mr. B, could you hold this sword for us for a little while?
No.
I would prefer to avoid ever coming within more than a foot of that thing.
Okay.
It's our burden to carry.
So that's why
There will
Mr.
be
B
very
likes you so much.
there would be many who could take it from you, but very few of those people would be willing to do so.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
You called it the weave render, you said?
Mm-hmm.
If it truly is that sword, which I was inclined to believe it was before I sent the letter that sent you after it, it's not even a dragon would accept that as its hoard. The cost of carrying would be far more than its value.
Can testify to that. Yeah, its cost to carry is not worth it.
For you, its effects are minimized as well. For a dragon, it would be far worse. Putting it in its hoard would utterly... Suffice to say, it would not be something that any dragon would accept willingly.
Dragon repellent.
I have a great idea. I'll tell you later.
Have you realized that you've very rarely been attacked by dragons while you're out here?
That's very true. The only dragon.
No joke, this is actually a little bit of dragon repellent.
Pokemon style. Dragon repellent.
Well, do you think we can maybe get some supplies for the ship?
Yes. I was actually... Hopefully Fred has retrieved the items and hasn't lost any. He's a little bit of a... He's very good at losing things. But I was requesting a couple of my items to be removed from my storeroom in order to outfit your ship for the journey.
That'd be perfect. We definitely need something to keep warmth if we're heading up to the Northern Isles. They gave us a fair warning that it gets deadly cold up there.
Yes, so there are 2 items that I have asked to be withdrawn for you. Number 1 is a ring. The wearer is capable of casting the spell Cure Wounds as if it is a spell that they just know.
That's useful. Interesting.
Yes. The second is it's a set of clothing that I created many years ago. It should keep you from experiencing the negative effects of any form of extreme temperature. Should you be in a desert, you will not suffer unduly due to heat. Should you be in a blizzard, you should not suffer unduly due to cold.
Oh, wow.
It is not without its limits. If it goes above a certain point, the magic will just entirely break and be ineffective until the extreme has passed. But so long as you don't go beyond those, it should remain effective.
What are these extremes?
Don't be hit by a fireball and expect it to protect you.
Okay.
Don't stand in the way of a dragon's ice breath. Fair enough.
Mechanic-wise, it doesn't give you any sort of resistance or immunity to fire or cold damage. But environmental effects, yes.
Good enough.
That's all we need.
That will be perfect. That will definitely help us for the planned journey. I think we'll get the ship outfitted. We'll get on the way and head out to sea here.
And if I might ask, what precisely is your plan going to the Northern Isles? As I said, you've been chosen by fate. That the path that you are to walk will be the correct one. Your decisions will lead you where you need to go. I have complete faith in that. But do you know why you are going where you're going? What is your purpose?
To find more about the sword. They are very extremely skilled smiths, from what we have heard and seen in our records, or in the records. And, of course, they're Dwarven. So they might know more about this sword. And we can maybe learn more about it and how to contain it and how to use it properly without getting sucked into it. Is kind of our ultimate main goal. But we also have some personal reasons for going up there as well. But
I've got a hunch that they might be able to finish forging this blade here, repairing it and completing it. And maybe they'll give answers.
Mr. B looks at the blade. Sword seems almost familiar.
Yeah. Everyone keeps recognizing this thing. My magic teacher, Voro, it was hers. Gave it to me when I started training under her, and I
This is Master Voro's blade?
Yeah, you know her?
I've never met her personally, but I've heard stories.
Yeah, the more I keep talking about her, the more I realize she's a legend. I thought she was just another crewmate on the ship.
Have you ever met another elf besides her out here in the Dragon Sea?
Thought I did. When I think about it, I don't think so, no.
Elves don't leave the Elderwood almost ever, and they certainly don't come here. They've had some bad history with the region.
I guess that would make her a legend then. Being one of the only few elves to leave the Elderwood.
That would alone be enough, but more importantly is the reason she came. She was banished from the Elderwood.
Wait a minute, hold on, wait a second, that was... You said she was what, banished?
She was indeed. She never told the reason, but she chose to... Anyone that ever asked if she ever intended to return, she told them that she could never return. She was not welcome. Nor did she believe she could find the way. But while she was here, she never seemed to regret it, but yes, she's achieved many impressive feats, and her one apprentice is a very respected swordswoman of her own right.
No, I mean, she taught of an apprentice, but I just thought she taught for years and had many. I didn't.
Well, perhaps you may encounter her along your travels. She is the only other elf in the Dragon Sea that I know of. Her name is Silva.
Name's what? Silva?
Silva, yes.
So many ass names.
Wow. You just got connected to a couple other campaigns in a very big way.
Gavin has played with me in
Gavin.
a lot of Gavin has played a lot of games with me now.
How did you spell her name?
Sylvia.
Silva. Silva.
That's a Spanish name.
It is not, but... Well, okay, yes, there are Spanish people that have it, but that is not why I chose it, despite the fact that I spoke Spanish a lot when I wrote the character.
It's like, I have a buddy with that last name.
That's her first name. But yeah.
Guess I'll be on the lookout for her. Hopefully she's, hopefully it's a friendly meeting and not a blade clashing kind of meeting.
It could quite potentially be both with her involved, but...
I didn't complete my training with Voro, so she's gonna sweep me.
Likely.
Very likely.
Again, Flynn never finished his training with Captain or Voro. He's not completed neither one.
Well, if you believe that she's up there, then there certainly will be interesting events happening in the area. Just travel carefully and remember, where you go, you will tread correctly.
Sure hope so.
At least that is what I hope will happen.
Well, thank you, Mr. B. We'll be heading off here soon. Just gonna turn to Elijah and be like, so, Eliza, hi. No.
I want to start talking to Mr. B about the article he was reading.
All right, Mr. B will happily discuss it with you.
She's like, so we're gonna be heading out here soon. I know Duger kind of wanted to extend an invitation to you, but if you don't want to, it's totally fine. I understand you got the bar and tavern and everything to deal with here.
An invitation to do what?
I knew that would be your interest, dang it. Well, we're short crew. It's just the three of us, and I was complaining about how we needed more members, and Duger said, oh, how about Eliza? I'm like, well, and so he thought you could potentially be a new crewmate.
She's going to pause and consider.
The mischief that's about to unfurl.
But again, I know you're busy. You have the tavern and the inn to take care of, and you have a bunch of stuff going on, so I understand if you don't.
So, out of character question. Do you guys want Eliza to come along? I'm prepared to do that, but I want to know before I hear an answer.
This is more of a Flynn decision, I feel like.
Either way, Flinton's screwed.
I want an out of character answer. Like, do you guys want the NPC to come with you guys?
I would not mind the NPC.
It won't be bad.
It wouldn't be a bad thing to have someone who can heal.
It wouldn't
Besides-
be too
Or
bad.
sit on the ship.
Besides
Flynn.
with she can help on the ship. So it wouldn't be too bad to have her with us.
So is
Not
the
gonna
answer
make
yes?
any joke. No.
Yes, against Flynn's better judgment, it would be good for her to be with us.
All right, cool.
Temporarily, until we can get a fourth player.
All right. So you're like, it's like she's considering and like, you don't have to, like, I understand you have a lot of things. Like, oh, that's not what I'm considering. I'm just considering which of my jewelry I can bring. I don't want to take anything too precious because what if I lose it? But also, like, I can't possibly go out without without putting on my best face. But yeah, she's going to like start like just mentioning various ideas.
Well, for her, my storage is her storage.
Oh dear.
So, a lot.
Oh.
And now all of our gold is gone.
Ah.
No, she's actually going to contribute. She could contribute quite a bit of gold if she wanted.
Yay! She can have money!
If she wanted.
Babe?
Alrighty. So,
$20.
so yeah, as you were discussing with Mr. B, he is going to like pull out the schematic and like show it. It's like, actually, if you look at this, it actually applies something very similar to those crystals that you found. They're attempting to both magically guide and forge it into the shape of a magic circle, just like the magic circles are inscribed inside of the very grain of the crystal.
Good character development.
A step in the right direction, I concede. I like
It's all for the character growth.
with yours, like, perhaps eventually we could even figure out how to replicate or exactly how it works. But yeah,
Interesting. It's extremely interesting because if I can maybe figure out possibly how to do that, I could make some very interesting things.
where are you keeping the stones, by the way? I'm just curious about that because they're relatively important
The
things.
bag of holding.
Bag of holding, okay.
That bag of holding
You should probably make a second one.
is like the teeter-totter state at this moment.
If it got taken, it'd be
Everything we own
hilarious.
is in that bag.
Or you could store some of it on the ship that gets folded up into a box.
That's very true. We could do that as well.
Just don't leave the bag of holding on it.
Oh, that is a very good point.
Would that happen?
It's going into an extra dimensional space.
Fair, yeah. Bomb.
That would be a very effective bomb.
It would also kill the person detonating it.
Yes.
Alrighty. So,
I can find a way.
yeah. So you guys are discussing, Eliza's discussing preparations for the journey with Flynn, who is getting more and more chagrined by the moment.
He's just like, okay, but no, you don't need all of that, and I'm probably gonna still get you more stuff on the way, so...
With our supplies, can we perhaps get a compartment of pickles by chance?
It's not fitting on my
I
ship.
believe that you are more than welcome to purchase whatever food supplies that you require, but I don't have any special access to that.
Okay.
Do you ask for pickles?
No worries. No worries.
Indeed. Do you require those for a spell component of some
No.
kind, or?
No. I just
Tasty snack.
they're quite quenching to the hunger when you're out on sea.
Quenching to the hunger?
Yes.
You have a very fascinating use of words. Finn is just gonna pop up on your shoulder and it's like, quench. Says that out loud.
Yes, my little friend. Quench.
He's not even shocked by the talking monkey.
I mean, would you be at this point?
No, oh
It's
no.
pronounced Quench.
What is Mr. B's reaction to the monkey talking?
He already knew that Finn was
Oh
familiar.
yeah, I forgot.
He's made Finn vanish enough times, like he knows that he can talk. Like it's a familiar, of course.
Either way, I'll ask the old man over here, Mr. Captain.
Yeah.
Can we put his hand above his head?
Check this out.
Can
I'm
we
gonna show him
perhaps
the
get
gun
a-
that I made.
a
Like,
Alrighty.
it's like a son with his dad and just finished the
Casket of
project.
All right. So we're having the conversations continue on. Duger continues geeking out with Mr. B about artifice. Mr. B points out a couple of interesting things about possible application of the theories that he's been developing and things like that. You guys continue on for a little bit until you guys make your way back out, get your ship loaded up. You are ready to set off when you desire.
Did you get the pickles?
It must have slipped my mind, and all the other things were packed.
I'm going to pull out the small jar of pickles.
You just see his face light up, and he's like, "Whoa!"
I think everything's set. We'll leave.
I like you a whole lot more.
We'll leave first thing in the morning.
First thing in the morning?
Aye, aye, Captain.
Aye, aye.
Maybe we should, I don't want to say be back at the tavern because it currently got broken into.
We could sleep in the secret tunnels. It'd be cold, but it would work.
I wouldn't necessarily recommend that. I've done some investigating of the tunnels, and I'm not entirely sure where they came from, but it looks like a burrowing creature did it, so it might not be the best.
We'll rest on the ship.
What?
I like that idea.
That sounds like a wonderful idea. I need to see my cabin, get it properly managed.
I just look at him like, just gritting him like.
Gonna get it properly made up.
Normally it should be late. It's like,
Dude, you just lost your captain.
Yeah, no, I definitely did. Finn's too much of a...
Slipping in the underbelly.
Finn's definitely like a little bit of a pushover. He's like, this one's yours. Isn't this going to be the captain's? No, this one's a little bit different. This is a bit of a different ship. This is the captain's room. This is your room.
So wait, you're giving her the captain's quarters without telling her that it's the captain's quarters? Or
Yeah.
she's not going to ask for it?
The other way around. He's telling her that another room is the captain's quarters, but
It's like, the captain's quarters on this ship is like smaller.
That doesn't seem quite right. Are you sure that you don't want to take this one?
Yeah, no, I'm sure.
Besides, it's really close to the magic lab.
Well, then I get to pass by you every time I come in here.
Aw, honey.
He's just like,
Flynn is winning some serious points right now.
that's what he does best. That high charisma, 50.
She definitely knows that you're lying, but you know, she can't prove it, and
He's a great performer, not a liar. He does not lie
All
very
right.
well. So yeah, just kind of rest for the night. After, again, the attack, it's gonna try to sleep, but be a little bit restless because of like on guard of something could attack us again.
Duger is going to cast Alarm.
good decision. Very
around-
good decision.
Oh.
At around 1 o'clock in the morning, alarm goes off.
I am going to.
And this is where we will end our session for today.
Do we get majority of a long rest?
Do I get my pickle? No, I don't.
It has been 4 hours, so you do not get your long rest
it, mine's
because
a
you are
6
not an elf.
6 hours.
Alrighty.
Okay.
What triggered the alarm? Will this party ever really figure out how to properly function? And how on earth is Flynn going to function now that Eliza's always around to keep him in check? Find out next
not
time
be a jerk
on Dungeons and
anymore.
Dragons.
What do you mean? We'll see you guys next week. Bye.
Ciao.